Barn Racing fans, apologies for the slight technical hitch here, but we should be going live now with the Ringwood All Granada meeting. We're just, at the moment on your screen, you can just see one of the warm-up races. Doesn't really look like a warm-up race to me, but guys are more or less raring to go. Jordan, what do you reckon is going to happen, or just more of the same, I think?
Well, judging by the state of this warm-up race, I think it will be more of the same, to be honest. There we can see 25 Dan Woods. He was our final winner at the Wimbledon 370 in the other week. We've also got 162 the Viking, Brent Shaw, there as well. He won the Stanley Virtual Caged Open, our first meeting. Ed, I think Viking's going to be looking out for someone very in particular tonight.
Yeah, another very sour encounter, but if none of it doesn't go the other way first, but let's see. I'm just looking at the warm-up. What's different to the real Ringwood Raceway? Fred Lace got destroyed there. If people cut onto the inner corner, they don't actually get points scored. So obviously the 2 or 3 people who want to actually score points in our cage series, it'll affect them. But anybody else who just want to have a bit of a crash up, it's not going to. So yeah, as you can see, these cars fold up very realistically, like the real thing, really. And unlike most other video games, the cars will be damaged. So, you know, if you damage your engine, your car goes fast, damage your gearbox, damage your engine. You can even lose wheels, get jacked up, roof benders. They bend just like the real thing, really. So, should be an entertaining encounter.
Yeah, it definitely should be. Now, obviously, Ed, me and you were chatting, well, in that original live stream when no one could hear us, about the 2016 running of the Ringwood All Mark 1 and Mark 2 Granadas. It was absolutely incredible. I know you said it was traditional banger racing. How did you find it?
I thought it was a fantastic meeting. It really brought me back to my era, shall we say, the late 90s, when the Granada was the car to have. There were plenty of them. They're around the place over in Ireland, obviously mostly Pinto ones, but there are a few V6s as well. I mean, it's still the defining sound of banger racing, along with Mouldy Although, just a proper roar of a 2.8 or 2.3 V6. The smell of the clutches, smell of the tyres, everything. But yeah, this should be a good meeting. Obviously, a recreation of one of the best meetings of the teenies. I was there myself, so yeah, I'm just probably going to compare it to the way it was. Yeah, it looks like we're fully live now, Jordan, so no holding back. Just very quickly, we've a list of the runners and riders. Kind of similar to last time. Do you want to read, Jordan, or will I go through it again? Or we do half and half?
Oh, yeah, go half and half.
Okay, let's start off the initial ones. 01 Frederick Layson in the Mark II estate. He'd be one of the skin painters, one of the more airbrush artists in the game. Number 2, John Bricknell, Mr. Consistency in a Mark I saloon. One of the few Mark I's we have tonight. It's nearly all Mark IIs, but I mean, obviously guys are sticking what they know. 25, winner of the final in the pre-70 meeting, Dan Woods in a Mark II saloon. Number 29, Matt Josie. Let's not really talk about him. I don't want to talk about him, but obviously we've a few other drivers are going to assist us in making sure Matt knows what it feels like to be a pinball again tonight. Number 59, Stephen Bolton in a Mark II saloon. He's a former gold top, former Speedworld world champion. 99, Dave Spooner, BAM, down from the West Country in a Mark II estate. He does not like winning races. That's all I'm going to say about BAM. 162, Brent Shaw, the Viking, him and another driver on the grid. So I think there were a very strong bromance going on, so hopefully the romance can be carried on. 199, Shady Goff in the Mark II saloon. He's not one to take a straight car home. He's just not really interested in winning either. 214, Chris Smith, Crispy in a Mark II estate. Again, another man who likes getting stuck in. He was really getting stuck in last time in his little P5 Rover in Wimbledon. And then 244, Jack Bunyan, really Mr. Entertainer so far. Again, he doesn't want to win, but he wants to put on a really good show. But that's what he's good at. And then 262, another entertainer, Buddy James. Obviously, busy man at the moment, but yeah, he really put around here, so he definitely is one to watch. Jordan.
Thank you, Ed. And carrying on, we have former junior banger world champion and another man who has been Mr. Entertainer so far. It is 328, Ben Nichols. From Ireland, we have 388, Steve McGrath. Watch out for him, and 160 Viking, Brent Shaw. Next up, we have our frenemy in 400, Danny Potts from Northern Bangers. Next up, we have Caged Bangers Virtual Wimbledon 370 All Comers 2 race winner 451 James Keane. Next up we have 466 Dalton Still, the man from Team V. And we have the 2016 Ringwood All Mark 1 and Mark 2 Granada final winner after Alan Jeffrey Hunt. 622 Gary Webb lines up as well. as does 622 Stuart Davis, who I do believe was having some technical gremlins with him earlier on, so hopefully he's got them all sorted. From Totally Trashed, we have 786 Brett Gedney. He'll line up in the only Mark II limo, or no, actually, we think that are due to be out there. Yeah. 2 limos out there. We'll come to that second one in a minute. We have 811 Kieran McIver, who has been dominating the heats and all-comers races so far, but has yet to win a final. Will be one to watch. 822 Alan Webb lines up in the other limousine alongside 786 Brett Gedney. And then another very capable and very good online driver, it is 961 Dan Still. Those are your runners and riders for tonight. Ed, any last words before heat number 1?
Not really. I mean, judging by what Ringwood is like when it's on a full grid and what a Wreckfest meeting is like on a full grid, this is going to be something else. Obviously, looking at the runners and riders, funny enough, they're all Mark IIs, so people are sticking what they know about. Dippy is the only guy who's been brave enough in a Mark 1 coupe, or is he the only one who's been cool enough? But no, we love Dippy. He puts on a show, and he does an awful lot in the background as well. Speaking of guys in the background, again, a massive thanks to Gary Baker of VBRL, the Virtual Banger Racing League, who's basically making all this happen in the background. He'll be the one driving the camera car too. But hopefully, we get to see him. Put it around on his own rather than the camera car. I'm telling myself I'm not already. I don't know. I'm going to be like during the heats now. If this is ending to go by. But the format for tonight, we have 4 qualifying heats, then a final, 2 all-comers races, and the DD to end. And this time we're doing a little break after the heats. So, cup of tea, fridge, toilet, cigarette, beer, whatever you want to do. We've made a space for you. Looks like we're lining up on the grid very shortly. Jordan, any predictions?
Predictions. Well, like I said, I think 811 Kieran McIver is going to be a man to watch, but admittedly, him himself has admitted that he doesn't race Mark 1 and Mark 2 Granadas that often here on Wreckfest, so I have to get used to the car quickly in order to try and win the heat races and get as many points as possible. Obviously, he lined up on pole position for the 2 finals we've had so far. Yeah, I think he'll definitely be one to watch.
Oh, it's round 1 time. Ringwood All Granadas. Let's do this.
Here we go then. Heat number 1. Race number 1 of the day. See Buddy James there and Dippy Smokey getting put into the wall there. Nice nudge out wide there by 262 Buddy James. Look, man, there we see Matt Josie. Matt's got Dippy! Well done, Matt. That's a great move early on. Giving you a lot of stick for that. Yeah. First blood to Team Caged. Our early race leader is 262 Buddy James. 7-8. Oh, no, it's actually Frederick Linsden there in second position. Gedney's in third. Matt Josie there. Webb. Oh, someone. Dippy gets a massive T-bone there as Stephen Bolton takes that 6-2 Gary Webb. Gary using the skin there of his Aldershot 3 litre meeting car from 2019. Nichols isn't opposite. Dan's still getting caught up with Dave Spooner. Dan still goes in. Any more. He's going for Cuban. I think he got Bunny there. Stu Davis goes in. Ben Nichols reverses. Gary Webb also getting caught up with Bam. Dippy goes in on Gary. But it is Frederick Linsden in the lead, about a third of the way through the second heat race of the night. In second position, where we said it'd be a man to watch out for tonight, and so far it looks like it's Gary Webb gets
in a wall already. Nice one. That's Buddy James taking the air along with Gaza. Vikings really trying hard. And he says, "Hey, Matt Josie, get on Bundy. We told you he'd be the man to watch. He certainly is." Look at the damage, bro. Oh, he's got him. Steve McGrath's got the Viking. Finally, the bromance comes together. He's doing him again. He's wrecked him. Oh, it's nice. We said what happened, so Steve-O finally gets his own back after 2 rounds. Round 3, it's on again. Let's see what happens. Jordan.
Bamler, Dave Spooner going in with a massive head on there because he's doing still while he's puts himself in the Armco. He's still going strong there, but Frederick Linsden actually, that car looks like he's been catered for. What was Ben Nichols goes from super dodge. Frederick Linsden there. Oh, that's a beautiful little flick out there as he spins out the back markings. Stu Davis. We are in the second half of this opening heat race of the night now, as one of the Team Extreme guys goes in on Dalton still there. Look like Shady Goff as well. Also got spun. And still on opposite, who's he looking for?
Who knows? Now riding with the race winner from Mall in Belgium, Frederick Leysen. He's pretty much lapped Jethro. No, he's lost Jethro. I'm not even looking at the race order here. For some reason, Bunny's in second place. Motorhead in fifth, clocking up the points. There's Crispy again. He's jacked and he's destroyed. Bam getting pushed around the place there. I think Shady Goff's got him as well. So I think Bam's out of it, unfortunately. Again. Does that really surprise us, Jordan, Bam being written off early doors?
Well, as you said in the introduction, Ed, Bam doesn't like winning races, and it's certainly proved your points so far in the first race of the night. See, Buddy James are just going past Kieran McIver. It is Frederick Linston still in the lead. Jack Bunny in second. Dan Woods in third. Dan Woods another man to watch out for in the River final last time out. Kieran McIver, he isn't having it all his own way. I think he's got broken steering on that Granada Mark II.
He's lost the wheel.
Yeah. Well, that would explain why he's got no steering. That's a good spot, Ed. Lost his front left wheel.
Well, he's pretty good.
He's going to turn it round. What's he looking for? Ed, oh, I thought he was going to go in on Woodsy there. But no. Oh, Frederick gets caught up. What a shot by Buddy James. Absolutely awesome. Great airtime there.
The back Steve Level Bolton. What a shot. Steve-O again. Now Keno's really getting on a motorhead now, getting a bit of payback there. John Brickle's also not one. Bunny looks like he's lost the leader. We have a change of lead here right in front of us, neck and neck. It's Freddie Leysen and Bunny Jr. are right beside each other now. Dan Woods is not too far behind. Jethro in fourth place there, obviously clocking up the points as well. Oh, look at that, right on the line. Frederick Leysen taking it with Bunny Jr. right behind him. Third place Dan Woods, fourth place Jethro, fifth place Stu Davies, and sixth and Crispy. Our own Marshall Keane will take seven. Stephen Levitt Bolden eight. For some funny reason, Stephen McGrath is classified as a finisher ninth. Brett Gedney 10th place. Jordan, what do you think of that?
Wow, that was a great heat race to start off our evening here at Ringwood. Maybe it's fair to say a surprise race winner in heat number one in Frederick Linston. James Keane comes through. He finished, well, he's in a very respected sixth at the moment. So yeah, absolutely great way to kick off proceedings. So maybe Freddie will be a dark horse for this one. It looked like he was going well that one, and he kept out of trouble very well. I think his avoidance of 3 to 8 Ben Nichols on turn 2 really proved that. So yeah, as you always say, Ed, you need that little bit of luck, and it looks like Freddie's got that on his side tonight.
Well, it's early doors, as you say. We always say banger racing is unpredictable, so the unpredictability of it, we just don't know what's going to happen. But I'm looking through the results there. There's a few of the more familiar names there. The only one that's really missing is Kieran McIver. He obviously took a fairly hard pasting at the start there, so he wasn't classified as a finisher. But I'm not even going to say my money's on driver X at this early stage. Obviously, we've done well. I think my personal highlight was seeing Stephen McGrath finally getting his own back on Brent Shaw, but you know, retribution and payback is all part of banger racing, so Brett's going to give him a back again. But we'll see how we get on. Obviously, there's some furious work on the pits now to straighten all these cars back out again. A bit like the real thing, really. That's the beauty of Granada. A very easy car to work on, so hopefully we see everybody else out. Any highlights in that one, Jordan, or just everything?
Everything. I think Stephen Bolton putting in 786 but Gedney on turn number 3 was a highlight. Crowd that's standing at the catch fencing probably took 1 or 2 steps back there. Yeah, great first race. I think Bam also, that head on the exit of turn 2 was really good as well. Just hopefully we can have more of the same in our second heat race, which is coming up quite shortly.
Yep.
But I think the drivers are going to be working hard on the virtual cars with the virtual hypes.
And the virtual hammers, and the virtual sellotape, and the virtual blue tack, and the virtual string. Oh no, wait. We're in the wrong era to have that, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. Certainly with me growing up, there was no virtual string in the pits. May have been different with you growing up, though, Ed.
Not really, Jordan. No, I have seen seatbelts and rope used, but not necessarily string. But obviously, what can you say? But yeah, it looks like we're just about ready for heat number 2. We're just waiting on James Keane to get his virtual helmet on, his virtual harness on. We're only waiting on him. Come on, Keno, get it together. You can win All Comers Race 2 again, or do better.
Yeah, I think he was signing autographs in the pits due to his race win last time out.
Well, here we go, race 2. Bring it on.
Let's go then. Heat number 2, it is Chris Smith, who leads the cars away. After 15 laps of action here at the Ringwood Raceway down on the south coast. Big push going into turn 3 and 4 there. Jeff look at that, great sliding. Bam, also and Buddy James. Also can rear end out. Chris Smith there, Viking and
Frederick Gleason.
Winner.
Dalton Steele's on his roof. Oh, he gets hit by Dippy. Dippy's still going. Oh, what a shot by Shady Goff there. There's that Dalton Steele that got it. And Smokey again with Bricknell. Stephen Levo Bolton again doing Dalton Steele. There must be something going on here as well. But at the moment, it looks like Brent Shaw is in the lead. Very close foul by Jack Bunyan. There's Kieran McGuire. I think he's probably 5th or 6th position. Yeah, with the scores now. But Jordan, again, we're off with a bang.
We're off with a bang, and it was good to see 5-8 Jeff Alan Hunt doing his best Steve Bailey Pikey impression. And speaking of the we get hit massively by 822 Smokey. Steve Bailey there as his motorhead.
We got flicked across the middle.
Dalton still get back on all 4 wheels though. That is the question, but it is Bunny Jr. Jack Bunyan who leads the way in this one. We can see him going through, as is Viking 162. See them to have a little bit of history as well with Viking in the caged virtual open on the final bend after Jack got put in. It's Kieran McKay and John Nichols meeting each other on the nose there by the pit gate. And then James Keane also gets hit. Marshall Keno himself is a great battle up top between Bunny Jr. and Viking. These two are very quick drive. But there's Ledford goes in and Dalton still again trying to roll him back over. John Bricknell goes in on Dippy.
What a shot by Dippy there.
Here.
That Mark 1 Coupe is literally... Sorry, we've more people thinking it's funny to shout into the box. We don't get excited enough, Jordan, do we? Look at that, Dan Steele again. Completely destroyed Dippy. Looks that Pearl Coupe is a bit of a Coke can now. We still got Bunny Jr. in the lead for some reason. What do you reckon, Jordan?
Bunny Jr. in the lead. What a shot by Smokey there on Dippy. Absolutely great airtime from him there.
I think the pole vault over the inner Armco is so far the highlight of the evening. Look at that. Oh, it's Bunny James again. He's really hopping around tonight. Let's see what happens. And Bam's still going. What's happening? There's something not right here, Jordan. This is obviously the oddball heat so far, I think.
You know what, Ed? I was going to say exactly the same thing. Bam is still in the race, and we're, going into the closing stage of it now. And Dave Spooner's currently running in 8th position, so, yeah, it's quite interesting. I didn't see Bam going through there. Lovely bit of oversteer. Very controlled by him, but it is Viking. Very sure leads the way. 2-2, Gary Webb in 2nd. Heat 1 winner, Freddie in 3rd. So, Freddie... Consistency is key. He'll be looking to collect the points to qualify in pole position for the All Granada final. I see Keno getting caught up with Dan Woods. John Bricknell comes through.
Keno's out, unfortunately. Dalton still there looking like a reliant Robin. So the front of the car completely destroyed.
Buddy James goes in with a massive shot there. Brady goes in on Dan Steele.
Dodging the bullets. Oh, we've lost the leader.
Gedney goes in. He's also in there, but it's Jack Bunyan in that melee who has come out with the race lead, and we just have a couple of laps to go. It's going to be a tight one to keep your eye on here. Go on, Ed.
She's a fucking nuts, mate.
Cheers, thank you very much. We're making a few changes. We don't really like invaders in our commentary box. Let's see, in between our little interruption, we can bounce back from that one. Bunny Jr. still in the lead. Brett Edney 2nd place. 3rd place, Brent Shaw. 4th, Freddie Layson is still in 4th. He might just get back here. Let's see who else is left. Not many left running in this one again. We've one to go. Looks like Bunny Jr. might actually take a lead here. Obviously, he nearly won the first final. Jordan, you think he's going to hold on, or what's going to happen?
Well, as we've seen, I don't think you can count anything out until that check the flag comes out as Davisley limo gets tablet by Still.
Yeah, we'll keep talking anyway. So hopefully
we'll
come in here.
Let's
see what happens.
Keeps invading. Hopefully he'll learn his lesson and we can block him in the future, as it is getting quite annoying having that in our rear roll, ain't it, Ed?
No, just keep talking. You can't really hear what the other person's saying if you keep talking. We're professionals here on case, we know what we're doing. But looks like John Bricknell, where is he now? Bunny Jr. is literally trying to scrape across the line. Let's see what happens here. Let's hope no more invaders try and think they're funny by saying it. In the comment here. Thank you indeed. John Bricknell's coming in. Where is he going to finish now? Looks like Bunny Jr.'s really got the lead now, followed by Brent Shaw and Brett Gedney. Freddie's still in 4th place. So Bam Day Spirit is in 5th. What is going on here? There's something wrong. Bam is in 5th place. What's happening here? We have a finish.
It was 2-4-4 Bunyan that come through to take the win over another lively heat race. 162 Viking, Brent Shaw in 2nd position, 786 Brett Gedney 3rd. Freddie in 4th position. He done well to respond after that head on late on. Bam, Dave Spooner in 5th. I think that's his best ever result, ain't it, Ed?
Yeah, that's strange. I mean, he's probably going to need to lie down the pits after that. He was a classified finisher. What's going on? He got 5th. There's just something not right there. Matt Josie got 6th. He actually finished as well. He wasn't smashed around the place. Something not right here. We might jinx the meeting, alright, Jordan? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think anything is right there, Ed. Certainly another very lively heat race. It's good to see that Ben Nichols has managed to join back in there as well. I think he retired from that halfway through. Yeah. It's all getting rather lively out there now. A few rivalries starting to kick off as well.
Well, that's the main thing. I think well, obviously the pole vault at the start there, who was involved there? That was Jethro, Stephen McGrath, and Buddy James. I've never even seen it like that. But I mean, that shows the physics of the game. They can actually pull the fairly mad shots off. It was pretty exciting. Bit of early excitement.
I think that was certainly a spectacular moment, and fair play to Smokey there in 822. He done well to get his running mate Jeffro Waffler-Barry there, and I think Jeffro actually managed to continue in the race after that. I'm not quite sure where he finished, but yeah, it was good to see. Obviously, like I said in commentary, like Pikey did the exact same thing at a Ringwood UK Open meeting down on turn number 1, and I think he actually managed to finish that one as well. That was certainly a massively spectacular moment, and the drivers are going to have to be wary of that.
Yeah, because it kind of really hurt Jethro's. Like he was doing very well otherwise, but then that's obviously ruined his. He was obviously a lap down there for the rest of the meeting. But yeah, I remember seeing Pikey literally ramping off the middle, like taken to the air. So the physics in this game are pretty realistic as well. So yeah, hopefully more of the same. It looks like the guys are just about getting ready here. 1 or 2 more ready. Buddy James will give him a minute or 2 to get ready. Extremely impressive there in that heat. All night actually. Busy guy is Buddy, but he always finds time to make it to our meetings. Last guy now, Dan Woods, obviously signing more autographs from his last outing. Although he's back to a granny now, rather than a nice Series 1 Jag that he had. Looks like we're getting ready now. Jordan, who's your money on?
Well, I think if the action's the same, I think it is going to be another lottery, but Liston again showed great pace in that one. Just a shame he got met on the nose late on. I think Bam, Dave Spooner, you know what? I fancy Bam for a race win tonight. It looks like he's got that Mark II set up well. I'm going to go 99 Bam, Dave Spooner to get a race win tonight.
It's not a bad shout. We'll see though. But anyway, let's find out. Let's quickly get rid of our camera car. Ben Nichols in an early lead. Let's see what happens now. Oh, he's nicely sideways there, come to the first turn. Let's see what's happening behind him. Jordan.
Certainly, Ben Nichols leads the way. It is 2-4-4. Barney Jack Bunny misled for it. Goes for a barrel roll there. He carries on. That's the beauty of virtual online bangers. Dan still getting caught up player with Dalton still. Ben Nichols also involved. Because, Keno getting caught up with Bam. pick to win this one. Let's see how he goes. Is Jack Bunyan, who leads the way once again in this one. Gary Webb getting caught up for 29. Matt Josie. Oh, great following in there from Dan Steele on Kieran McIver. Stu Davis also goes in. Keno goes in as well. We've got a wrecking train down here on turn number 3. McIver, can he get back into it? Oh, he gets a helping hand there from Shady Goff.
Stephen McGrath's in third place as well. Something's definitely not right here. This is actually going to be the completely jinxed out meeting. Oh, look at that! Dan Woods absolutely buries Brett Gedney in the pit wall. Keno takes him in as well. Obviously, a bit more internet rivalry going on here at the moment. But at the moment, Bunny Jr. in lead. Stephen McGrath second place. Something definitely wrong here. Ben Nichols in third again, strange. Crispy in fourth, yeah, fair enough. Jetro in fifth, of course, Mr. Sideways. And Bam is in sixth, Jordan. I think you're right here. There's something definitely going on fishy here. What do you reckon?
Yeah, certainly. It's the commentator's curse working in the opposite way, you know. Whenever a commentator says someone's doing really well, something inevitably bad happens. But it looks like us saying that Bam doesn't like finishing races is proving us wrong so far tonight. What do we know? But what a shot there! Wow! Carver getting his revenge on 961. Dan still putting him into the Armco on turn number 3. Absolutely awesome. Is in the background. Shady Goff gets caught up with 622. Gary Webb, Dippy and Bam go through. So does Buddy James. What a shot that was.
What a shot. That's the biggest shot I've seen so far in this virtual league. Smokey going the wrong way.
Smokey going the wrong way. He collects Stu Davis. That was a Gary Webb goes in on Bam there. Come on, Bam. You can do it, mate.
Lots of position, Bam. You're only down to 7th. You might still go. Smokey going the wrong way again. He's followed by Ben Nichols, who's going away. Ben Nichols had a fairly comfortable lead there. Jetro again in second place. And what's happening here with a pick gate? Oh, looks like Dan Steele is looking for Kieran McIver now. A little bit of payback shot for that one. Kieran's in 10th at the moment. Let's see. He's looking. Let's see what happens. And he missed him completely. He gets Stephen left foot bolting. A nice little dodge there with Kieran McIver. Let's see now. Crispy is under attack there from Matt Josie as well. Ben Nichols on Oppo. He hits Dalton Steele. Is that Dalton Steele or Ben Nichols? I'm not sure. Smokey there behind him going in again. But looks like there's actually probably a nice bit of sideways racing going on here. John Bricknell again smashes to Nichols. Stephen McGrath he's obviously looking for Brent Shaw again. He completely ignores John Bricknell. Dan Woods there pushing ahead with who's that? He's behind Shady Goff. It looks like got it again. Does Dalton Steele. And Brett Gedney is still looking for Kieran McIver, but he hasn't found him. Jordan.
Certainly, Smokey gets hit there by Steve Hazard. Dan Woods gets spotted in there by John Bricknell. Nichols going on opposite, giving it a head on someone. Dan still gets spotted in there by Viking. Your race leader is, as Bam goes in on Dan Steele, it is Bunny. And 2 for 4 leading the way. Dippy goes in on Gary Webb. Marshall Keno also getting caught up in the action. Look at Dalton Steele's car. That looks more like a Metro rather than a Mark II Granada estate. Absolutely awesome as Crispy Chris Smith, who was a very consistent driver at Wimbledon, gets spun out there. Devo going in on Gedney. Gaza goes in, Dippy goes in, Viking goes in. It's 1-all in so far here at Ringwood, especially in this heat race. See, it's a bit like Wimbledon and Stanlake. No one really going for the points. And Woods gets hit there by Stu Davis. It's 2 for 4. Bunny Jr., Jack Bunyan that comes through. Ed, do you want to see the rest across the line?
I think so. Buddy James, a very impressive second place. Dan Woods third. Oh, looks like Jetro's. There's still a bit of a race going on here at the moment. Jetro in third place and Dan Woods obviously clicking up the points along with Crispy. The Vikings in sixth. What's going on? There's just something not right here. Freddie Lace in seventh. Steve Mulgran in eighth. Looks like this positions are changing slightly because not everybody has completed the 15 laps.
What a shot! Reminiscent of
We've a
Posh Wash and Gary Webb Jack and Train in real life. In Heat 3, I think it was. In real life, there's Buddy Jason Jetro Interlock as well. Oh, wow. Dear.
It's like the real thing now. It's just the concertina effect as everybody piles in. They will eventually bash a way through so we can get the rest of the cars to finish. Looks like not everybody's done 15 laps. Not everybody wanted to do 15 laps. As Jack Bunyan. But yeah, we have a result. In top 3, Jack Bunyan, Buddy James, Jetro in third place, Dan Woods fourth, Freddie Layson in fifth, Crispy Chris Smith in sixth, the Viking Brent Shaw seventh, Dave Spinner Bam in eighth. What? I don't know. I can't explain that really. Our own Marshall Keno in ninth place, Stephen McGrath in 10th. So there's something really not right here. Basically, the certified wreckers are finishing races. Is it that they appreciate Granadas that much or not? I don't know. What do you reckon, Jordan?
It could very well be. It could be that, as you say, Ed, these drivers are very fond of their Granadas and want to try and preserve them. See, but yeah, most of them, and into that turn 3 and 4 pile up at the end there. No holds barred, one in, all waving them in, thumbs up and handshakes all round. Great to see. I think Matt Josie there, very own Jack and Junior, massive airtime as he went in there, as well as James and Jeffro as well. Absolutely awesome to see.
I'm surprised I didn't give myself a hernia though when Kieran McIver absolutely buried Brett Getney. Like, that was just crazy. I think that's obviously replaced the pole vault now. You know, a massive opener. It seems to be a team again. We've just had huge shots, literally first lap, first corner. But Heat 4 is coming up now. Obviously a bit of slagging going on already in the service chat. Brent the Shaw Viking says, anyone seeing a short Sarah bloke? I don't know, Viking. I mean, seeing the size of your afro now, I really don't know. I don't know how he even gets into the car, never mind gets a helmet over that afro that he wears. Any other funny lockdown haircuts? And I have a terrible mullet going on. My significant
I was going to say, I think my haircuts is certainly reminiscent of Vikings at the moment as well. I haven't had it cut in a while, so yeah, there are a lot of funny looks going on at the moment, and yeah, it's great that we are seeing these friendly rivalries start here in the Caged virtual series. It certainly makes it much more entertaining for me and Ed.
Yeah, I think so too. Looks like we're getting ready to start the next race, Heat 4. And then after that, we'll be having a short break where you get to listen to me and Jordan talk a bit. I don't know if that's the highlight even, but certainly there's been 3 highlights and 3 very heavy hitting heats. Jordan, any predictions for this one, or just again, like we keep saying, more of the same?
Oh, more of the same, I reckon. Yeah, this is the last chance for these guys to get points to qualify for the final. Yeah, their starting positions will be based on that, but here we go. It is Dippy leading the way. A caged virtual meeting. We can't be having that. Oh, he solves it out.
Second blood.
Absolutely brutal there from Jack and Junior. Following him, a T-Lev on turn number 4.
Dan Wood's on the wall.
Yeah, Dan Wood's doing a bit of wall riding. I think he's been playing GTA rather than Wreckfest. Other console games are available.
Indeed. Let's see what happens now. Jack and Junior is in the lead. We will not speak about that. Let's talk about the forensic battle going on for second place at the moment, which will soon become the lead. Looks like the band's been leaned in by James Keane. It's Freddie Lace in second place. Oh, we've already lost. We see commentators, of course, again. We've already lost Matt Josie in the lead. He's now in third place. Jethro again in 5th, Dalton Steele in 6th, Gaz Moore in 7th, and Kieran McIver in 8th. Obviously, again, clicking up the hits. Here he is again. Looks like the steering's already a bit bashed on that Minster. It's not really what we wanted, is it, Jordan?
No, certainly not. But it is Alan Webb Smokey leading the way as Freddie gets put in there. Brett Gedney goes for a roll. It's all kicking off. Jethro in second position. Brett gets hit by John Bricknell. Shady goes in on him. Oh, absolutely brutal. It is Jack and Junior in third position. As Ed said, he lost a lot of ground there. But I think that was a do-or-die move on Dippy. I don't think Matt wanted Dippy to get away and maybe go for a race win. It will be certainly interesting to keep an eye on them two tonight, as it always is. And who knows, maybe 451 Keno will get involved as well, as Dan Woods gets Crispy. Chris Smith also gets put in by Leadfoot and Shady. Ben Nichols goes through there.
Oh, but he came in sideways into the corner. He's not drifting. He actually literally was sideways on his roof. And he gets pinballed again.
Oh, John Beckett goes in. Dan Woods, massive jack in there. Dan Spooner goes in. Shady goes in on Dalton Still. Crispy goes in on Stewie. Dan still goes in on Dalton Still. Going through there as Steve-O goes in on Dan. James goes in on Steve-O. What a shot there.
They're meant to be teammates. Oh, look. Matt Josie's being stopped by Brett Gedney. More web wars going on. We're not sure what's going to happen. It looks like Jethro's giving Shady a good push around. There's a top 5 at the moment. Smokey, second place for some strange reason. Matt Josie, third place. Ben Nichols, 4th. Kieran McIver, 5th. Frederick Layson. Looks like another pile up in the track blockage happening right underneath our camera position. There's Jack and Josie pushing his way through. You can see now, it looks like the beginnings of a pile up. And Shady got destroyed, buddy James. He's still going, funny enough. Let's see what happens. Jethro getting pushed his way through. Bam, is still going. Oh, look at that.
Dan Woods goes in.
Ben Nichols.
Dan Woods.
Freddie Glaze gets pulled in. Look at that. Brent Shaw completely started that concertina going there. And Bobby gives him another shot. Look at that. Whoa, and Bam has again destroyed his own car, but he's put on a bit of a show to see what we want, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Ben Nichols completely destroys Brett Getney. He's not really much left of that limousine now, is it? It's probably carrier bagged. But yeah, we're still going. We still have a lead. Full enough, it's Smokey who's still leading, but second place is a driver. We don't know who that is. It's Tim Bolton again, smacking off the iron coat. He put on a good show. Motorhead up in the third now this time, so a few of the points guys are taking up the points this time, aren't they?
Just in the background there, as you were going through the leading positions, Dave Spooner put in a great following in on Shady Goff, I think it was.
Yeah, just see what...
Here comes Dan Woods gets absolutely jacked beautifully by 822 Smokey, and that gives the lead to Kieran McIver. Matt Josie there just reversing. I think he caught someone on the nose. Jeffro comes through as well. He's sitting there in 7th position. Is Kieran McIver leading? This will be his first heat win of the night, and could it be a heat win that really pull on time? Oh, not if Ben Nichols has done anything said about it. He phones him up against him in Aramco.
No, who's Ben Nichols?
Second there.
Who's Ben Nichols looking for? That's what I want to know. We haven't actually got that many kart runners and riders left, so Kieran McIver's finally got that Mark II Minster going, even though the wheels look a bit wobbly. I spoke too soon. Ben Nichols gets him, pins him up against the wall. He still has the lead for now, though. There's Matt Josie now taking the lead. Oh, it's getting close now. Well, we can't speak about Matt Josie. Every time we mention him, something bad happens, so we won't. But obviously, I spoke too soon. Gaza 622 takes the win. That's a rare win for him. He's a very smart car, so it's nice to see a bit of effort going in. But yeah, Heat 4 winner is Gary Webb. Second place, Kieran McIver. Third place, Jack Bunyan. Interesting for him. Matt Josie ends up in 4th. Freddie Layson in 5th. Yeah, Jordan, that was an interesting one again. Looks like more twisted carcasses around the track. And Jethro up the wall, literally. Did he put himself in there?
I think Jethro did put himself in there. It's not often you see Jethro make a mistake. But yeah, I know you said that. I think 11 finishes though, where in that one. As Hardan still goes in on Keno's dead car. Absolutely brutal there. Well, the action certainly is in full swing now. All the drivers have got used to their cars, they've got used to the track, and no holds barred action so far. I was going to go into an interval now. The drivers do need to repair their cars, replenish their drinks and snacks and whatever else. So,
yeah, interesting.
How do we sum up them 4 heat races?
Mental. I mean, nearly like the real thing, the same amount of enthusiasm, particularly the first 3 heats in the first corner, the first lap. 3 of them were literally insane what we had there. Like, I mean, that shot from the one that really sticks out is definitely Kieran McIver burying Brett Gedney. Like that's like something you'd see in reality. It was just so hard, no holes barred, and you have to be fairly committed to pull off a shot like that in virtual bangers, never mind real bangers, because if you screw it up, you're going to put yourself in and do damage yourself. But yeah, we're into a 10-minute break here. We can talk more about the upcoming meeting in 2 weeks' time. We're off to Mildenhall Raceway for the Suffolk Open. It's basically a modern meeting this time, so BWS rules. So you'll see a return of the Scorpios and the Mercs, Mark III Supras, a few of the Lexi, I don't know, whatever Alan Partridge versus the best. But Jordan, Suffolk Open always was a big meeting, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was, Ed. And I actually didn't get to go and see, sadly, but from the videos I've seen, and I know we were chatting to Jack and Junior, Matt Josie, before we went on there tonight, and he was saying that the old Suffolk Opens were brutal meetings, a lot of old Rover P5s and a big American tin, and and a tight track like Mildenhall will certainly produce some good track blockages. Hopefully, we'll be seeing some of them again in 2 weeks' time.
I think so too. Obviously, there's only one car in Wreckfest we're not allowed race, which is the Miller Meteor, which is a little bit like what the Ghostbusters used to drive around in. The classic Ghostbusters, of course, not the newer one. That's at the moment that's the only car that's not actually allowed racing, because it's just too big and it's too impractical. They're good at blocking the track and nothing else. But we are looking at having more meetings in the future. Obviously, we won't be sticking with unlimiteds either. It's basically up to the drivers really what they want. I mean, if they want a Mondale meeting, they'll get one. If they want a Micros meeting, they'll get one. Or if they want Bluebirds and Cortinas, they'll get them as well. Obviously, there's more cars being developed for the game. If you're interested in playing this game yourself, this is the PC version of Wreckfest. So you need a fairly high-spec gaming PC to run it. Unfortunately, you won't be able to play this on your Xbox or your PS4 because there's too many upgrades and things, and the customization level is much better. But obviously, most of these guys tonight are actually using steering wheels, so it's a bit like the real thing. I know Stephen Bolton definitely isn't using the Mark 1 steering wheel on his steering wheel. It didn't really bring him that much luck the last time. But I know Kieran McIver is another one to use a steering wheel, as is, who else? I'm not actually sure. I think Dave Bam Spooner's using the steering wheel too. I know Stephen McGrath uses a joypad because I had to go Wreckfest in his one, so everyone seems to be going for him for some reason. But having played the game yourself, Jordan, what do you think? Is it realistic enough, or could we do better? But this basically is the best you can get for now, isn't it?
Well, I haven't actually played it yet. I'm quite ashamed to say, actually. But as you said, Ed, from everyone's perceptions of the game and what people say, this is as close as for any National Banger game. Obviously, for those of you who remember the old Driven to Destruction games on PlayStation 2, those at the time were what people thought would be as close as you're going to get to a banger game. And I don't know if you ever played Driven to Destruction, Ed, but it was based on American demo derbies, but you could do like figure of eight races, school buses, and they had all sorts on there. You actually could do an American style demo derby as well. And yeah, me and my dad had some great times on that game.
That's amazing. That's important, is enjoying yourself. But we're just totting up the points here now at the moment to see who's who's qualified for pole. I don't actually know at the moment. We'll wait until the results come through from race control next door. But any standout performance, even any standout cars. I don't know. Has there been a surprise package of the meeting so far, Jordan?
I think the surprise for me has actually been seeing Bam perform rather well tonight. I mean, obviously Bam is always a great performer, but in terms of actually racing and getting the results, I think he's been top notch tonight. Ben Nichols again, absolutely superb in his car. Brett Gedney in the limo has been good value as well. He's been getting in the mix, both racing wise and caged wise. And there's also been some really impressive airtime shots and following ends as well. It is actually like watching All Granada meeting in real life.
It is, and I certainly remember the real All Granada meeting. One thing I won't forget is walking on the pits before, and some meetings you just feel the buzz. You just know this is going to be good. Like Granada after Granada after Granada coming in, looking around some of the cars. The paint jobs are fantastic. Some of the race storations, as we call them, basically rotten cars brought back to life. Some of the last rights Mark 1 Granada coupes that day were absolutely rotten before they got them. An awful lot of work gone into them. So that's the main thing. And, but yeah, we're just adding up the points now. We're still not sure. Race control are feverishly totting up the results. We might have slightly different first 2 or 3 rows this time, but as we know, it's certainly not a case of just because you're at the start at the front doesn't mean you're at the start at the end. We'll see what happens, Jordan. Any early predictions now, or do you think has Kieran McIver even got a chance this time, or is he going to be up against the likes of Jack Bunyan, Jethro, and Gary Webb?
I think Jack Bunyan's been superb tonight. I think he's really got the hang of getting his estate round here. So he'll definitely be one. I think Kieran McIver hasn't had it all his own way. He did take a heat win, I think, earlier on, but it's certainly going to be interesting, as you said, Ed. Leading the final doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win it, and even if you've qualified on pole, it doesn't mean you're going to win it. You could have had heat races. All you did was crash, turn it round, and on a pole. But 25 laps is a long time for a banger race. It's a long race. Strategy will come into play as well. Drivers will want to stay out of trouble early on. There'll be others who don't care about finishing. They'll just want to go for the crash. So I think if you want to win, you've got to try and use your head.
Well, it's either that or get rid of who you want to get rid of right at the start, so you don't have to worry about them coming around. That's the other way to look at it, of course. I know there's been a few little rivalries and feuds going on already. Obviously, we've already discussed Stephen McGrath versus Brent Shaw. Looks like Steve-O's been on having the upper hand this evening so far. I've seen him absolutely destroy Brent twice now, particularly in the first heat. He was all over. So Steve-O was obviously going for it. He always is, to be fair. One of our full-size drivers as well. The other squabbling session we've seen, our own James Keane versus Brett Gedney. Obviously, more web wars going on. Dippy seems to be avoiding most of the madness so far, but he's been hitting everybody else, really. Obviously, Dippy, he does an awful lot of work as well in the background with Wreckfest. Look at is it Wreckfest Barnes, name of his website? He actually gives an awful lot of tutorials now to paint your cars, how to customize the game, and basically how to play Wreckfest on your PC. But obviously, that's keeping us all sane during this lockdown. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Milton Hall already, but I just want to get this one out of the way first. This has been absolutely insane. Like, it's just been getting better and better since we started doing these last month. At starting off at Stan Lake, we went on to Wimbledon, then we're at Ringwood, Milton Hall next, and we'll probably be able to announce the one after that soon enough. Our aim basically is to do every second Saturday, so that'll be 2 meetings a month. We might even get three a month if it's 3 Saturdays that month. But Jordan, you reckon this one's been the best, or we're just getting better and better?
Oh. All equal. They've all been equally as brilliant. You really put me on the spot there, Ed. I wasn't expecting that, but no, I think we've had 3 fantastic meetings. I think all the drivers have been great. They've all followed the guidelines we've set out to. Really enjoyed it as well, which is obviously the most important thing for us, like, who spend a lot of time organising it. Again, I know you said it earlier, but a massive thank you to Gary Baker as well from VBRL Bangers, sorting out the stream tonight. I know we had some technical difficulties earlier on with you guys at home unable to hear me and Ed. But, you know, because Gary's such a legend and he's so good with the technical side of things, we've managed to sort that out. So, yeah, it has been hard work organising these meetings, but I'll tell you what, the reward has been well worth it.
I think so too. I mean, hopefully there's a few people getting as wound up as we are, particularly when you see pile driving and pole vaulting across the inner banking. I mean, that's the beauty of Ringwood, really. It acts as a launch pad. Obviously, you remember Pikey doing it a few years back. But yeah, it's just been a very interesting meeting. There's been plenty of wrecking, there's been plenty of racing. Of course, being a Granada meeting, there's been plenty of sideways. I know Mr. Sideways Jethro, he's been on it as well. I'd say he'll be in the top few qualifying drivers, but it's the people who have somehow qualified higher around him that will be the more interesting ones to watch. I think Jack Bunyan's going to be the dark horse for this one. Don't forget, he was taken out of the round 1 final literally at the very last second, so he's going to want something back out of this one. So this could be the meeting for him to do it. Yeah,
certainly. I think Jack will be out to get revenge one way or another, whether that's to Brent or Viking, have a final win. Whether that will be winning himself. I think also we've got to mention McCarver. I know we've said it time and time again, and we said it on the podcast on Thursday. He's yet to win a final all of his dominance. So he hasn't had it all his own way so far in the heat races, but could well be fun to watch in this one.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're getting ready for the final soon. The cars will just be lined up on one of the corners, then they'll be called forwards to their grid positions. But yeah, mentioning Kieran McIver, he put up a picture earlier on, the driver's shot of his trademark almost point to Guinness beside the game control and steering wheel. Just basically don't stand within 20 feet of him when he farts later. I mean, Guinness farts are just, you could use them for poisoning people. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get too graphic or too non-PC about it. The old Guinness farts are just terrible. I mean, I don't drink it myself, but yeah, I've been in situations, obviously pre-social distancing days, when somebody did drop a Guinness fart, and you're like, oh, who was that? And there's usually someone just standing there with a grin on their face, and obviously Kieran has a very distinctive grin as well, so you knew it was him. It's like, yeah, it was me. Tough. Live with it, guys. Well, what can you do?
Tell you what, Ed, I bet you wish the social distancing rule was enforced then, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I think after all this is over now, there will be the call of, so if something happens and somebody breaks wind rather violently, everyone's just going to go social distancing and everyone's going to run away.
Yeah. We do need some of that, and maybe get the face masks on for if someone was to pass wind a little bit too much. But yeah, it's certainly interesting. I know that this is a very popular drink over in Ireland, ain't it, Ed? But
It's
yeah,
well, it's not. I was going to say it's not the stereotypical drink. It's the same way Englishmen don't live on pints of bitter. So fair enough. But funnily enough, most of it we export it. I think most of it's exported to London. Funnily enough, the Park Royal Brewery. But yeah, this isn't breweries online tonight. Now, is Jordan? So we'll go back to what we're talking about. We'll talk points now. Again, just a quick mention of the next meeting. It is the Mildenhall Suffolk Open, which will be BWS rules. So we're going from All Granadas back to Modern Unlimited. So you probably will see a Mark 1 or a Mark 2 thrown in there, but along with the Mercs, E-Class Mercs, the Ford Scorpios, Mark 3 Supras, maybe a few American cars in there too. I'm sure Steve will probably get an old Datsun or the old Toyota. But yeah, if round one was anything to go by with a very mixed up grid of cars, this should be a good one.
Yeah, certainly. Hopefully it will be a mixed up grid. We'll get a few modern cars out there, and we'll also get a few old classics. It will certainly be interesting around a track like Mildenhall. Obviously, like I said, it's not the biggest of tracks. It's very different compared to Ringwood. And obviously, it's our first time on show as well since we've started the Caged Virtual Series. So it'll be interesting to see if the pecking order's the same, won't it, Ed?
Yeah, I think so. Who's there for a win, who's there just to have a bit of fun, and who's there to entertain. Seems to be a very different levels of driver I've come across in the virtual world as well, which is fantastic. Yeah, we're basically getting dirty during the summer. We'll be on the shale and on the dirt. I'm sure those of you who know Wreckfest will probably have a good idea where we're going, because what we're trying to do is try to sync the virtual meetings into around when the full-size meetings were. So obviously the Suffolk Open was the first weekend in June. That's what we're planning to do. Can't just say just yet what the next meeting in June is, but it'll be a recreation of another well-known June meeting at a track that we've kind of lost. We still have. We're not sure yet. I'm not sure what the official position of this track is. It's in Norfolk. It's in that area anyway, so there's not that many tracks in that area. I'm sure some people know what I'm talking about. We're not going to give it away just yet, Jordan. But you know which one it is. Probably one of your favourites.
Yeah, certainly. I visited this track once, and it was absolutely awesome. It's a very, very cool track to visit. Obviously, it played a huge part, not only in banger racing as well, also with a certain sport that involves bikes and teams as well. That's another little hint for you there. So yeah, that should be a good one as well. That will be the second meeting in June. So yeah, down and dirty with Caged. What more can you get?
This is it, and then we're possibly going on holidays in July. That's all I'm going to say, really. We haven't actually fully confirmed these meetings yet, although most of these drivers will be there. They've raced at this track where you go on holidays a lot, and some of the stories you hear are quite something. Obviously, the old venerable Volvo estate will be the tool, but looks like we're going to head for the final soon, Jordan. Any predictions now, or is it just literally a case of whoever gets around that track 25 times first?
I think you've said it there. I think it'll be whoever gets around the track 25 times fast and keeps out of trouble and is quick as well. I think, to win a banger race, even online, you've got to have that little bit of luck that goes with it. I think 0-1, Frederick Linston, who obviously has given us a hand painting skins for people, so massive thanks to Freddie for that. But he'll be one to watch. I think he's largely stayed out of trouble quite well tonight. I think also Dave Spoon has also been very impressive, as well as 29 Jack and Junior. Matt Josie, I think he's also been very consistent tonight. Obviously, he's starting to play a lot of Wreckfest across various leagues and stuff. So I can't wait. Should be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, so we're just waiting on James Keane to get his virtual lid on. He's still signing autographs. Obviously, his massive moment is coming up soon. All Comers 2, where he's going to try and recreate the greatest moment of his life, pretty much. But yeah, it looks like everybody is just about ready. So the cars will be coming out very shortly. It'll be a small delay while we form the grid. As is just one of the flip sides of this game that it won't grid you. But then again, not many people want to grid up and bang a race, and we'll save that for our good friends in National Hot Rods and Formula 1 stock cars. But it looks like we're getting ready shortly. Any early predictions then? I haven't actually seen the grid yet. We'll see the grid now as the cars line up. I really don't know. What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, no, I absolutely have no idea. But rather than us saying we have no idea about the predictions, should we just talk about the real life All Granada meeting once more? what was your favourite moment that you can remember from that meeting, Ed?
I would say the first 3 heats, bit like this. The first 3 heats were just crazy. Like, for whatever reason, people were just not holding back. I think it was Westy Junior, the Blues Boys. He was on one. He did literally a pinball bounce on around the place. And then the massive jacking train that Gary Webb pulled off in his Windsor estate, which is the rarest car of the day. The way the cars just folded up and the way they just kept coming back over and over and over was just unreal. And there's one of the stars of the All Granada meeting, Viking. I'm not sure if that's a South African mark on Granada like he had the last time. But yeah, the cars are just lining up now. This is unusual now. They're actually in reverse and they're not trying to reverse out of a jacking train. There's something not right here, Jordan. What do you think?
Yeah, certainly. It must be weird for a banger driver to have to put it in reverse and they're not backing out of a car they've just hit. No, it's certainly going to be interesting. I think my favourite memory, as you said, Ed, from that 2016 meeting would have to be, number one, I think it just set the tone for the rest of the meeting. A massive pile-up on turn number 4. Boogie, Stephen Boogler, Jack in 171, Tommy West, Perb. I think one of the Frenches as well. I think 267, Martin French or Dean. Sorry, I'll get confused between the two. Got
we have
quite hard in that one as well. It was just absolutely awesome.
We have a grid here now. On pole position, Shock Horror is Jack Bunyan. On the outside is Frederick Layson. Second row, Gary Webb on the inside and Crispy Chris Smith on the outside. Third row of the grid, Jetro, and on the outside, for some reason again, Afro Power will call it, the Viking Brent Shaw. Fourth row of the grid, our very own James Keane on the inside with Brett Gedney on the outside. On the sixth row of the grid, it's Matt Josie for some reason on the outside, with Kieran McIver beside him. Let's see what happens there. Right behind them, again, most unusual, it's Bam and Buddy James. Behind them, it's Alan Webb and let's see, I think it's Stephen Bolton. Actually, has been a misprint on the thing. Behind them again, it is actually I'm not too sure about this one. We've had to rush this one, unfortunately. I'm not too sure. I think it is Dan Woods and John Bricknell. Behind that, Shady Goff and Leo Stephen McGrath. Behind that, Ben Nichols and Dan Steele. And I think we've Stephen Bolton at the back, or basically everyone else forms in at the back. We have the first 12 positions ready. So we just, James Keane has been bumped out of the game, unfortunately, so we're just going to let him back in. We'll be reforming the grid after that. So yeah, Bunny on pole. What do you reckon, Jordan?
I think Jack Bunny off pole is certainly going to be one to watch. I think Jeffro lining up in 5th will be another man to watch. Obviously, like I said earlier, he won the final in 2016. It was a great race between him and 474 Matty Thurkland, I think, if I remember rightly. Obviously, yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, great race between them guys. Two of the very best, should I say, racers in the world of bangers. Them guys can control the car like it's nothing. Absolutely brilliant to watch sometimes. Who else we got? I think Bam, Dave Spooner as well. He's lining up quite good. So it'll be good to see Bam, Dave Spooner get a good result, as well as Brett Gedney as well. 786. He lines up within the first 5 rows. In that limo, he could be one to watch as well.
Dark horse to certainly watch now. Kieran McIver. He lines up 10th. But he's a bit of a full contact specialist. He's one of these guys, he's got to fighting his way through and then keeping it. But obviously, some people have other ideas. Let's see what happens. But yeah, this looks to be interesting. We'll just have to line up the grid here now. Obviously, our pole man is Jack Bunyan and Frederick Layson on the outside. The second row of the grid is Gary Webb with Crispy Chris Smith. And third row, Jetro, Alan Hunt, and Brent the Viking Shaw. We're just clearing away here through. So do you reckon, will the winner come from the top, the middle, or the bottom?
Oh, I think if you're starting at the back of the grid, you'll be able to pick your way through easier. But I also think at the front you'll be able to get away quicker. But that might mean that you become a target for longer in the race. Yeah, I think you either want to be starting at the back or the front. It will certainly be interesting to note that. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But like I said, 25 laps is certainly a long time in banger racing. Yeah, as we've seen before, these finals often go down to the very last lap. So I think lap 25 is when we'll really know who's going to win.
I think lap 24.752 is where we're really going to... It's literally going to be the very last corner. The driver's now just been told the grid order positions and they're pulling away. We've discussed the grid already, but for the record, Jack Bunyan on pole position, Frederick Lacey behind, Gary Webb, then Chris Smith. There's Jethro pulling into his position on the third row beside Brent Shaw. Then it'll be around James Keano with Brett Gedney beside him. And Kieran McIver on the outside with Matt Josie on the inside. So let's see how good Matt really is now, one of the top guys in the sport. And I mean, look at this. It's like you were there, apart from the American car show in the background there, and the banking. But there was actually a car show at the Ringwood Granada meeting, some lovely road going Mark 1 and Mark 2 Granadas. Yeah, they've done a fantastic job in the pits. It's as if they never went through 4 heats of racing, is it, Jordan?
Yeah, certainly. I think pit crews certainly deserve a lot of credit for what they've done to these cars tonight.
Yeah, no, they've put a fantastic effort in. I'm actually leaning out the window of the commentary box here to get a photograph. It's like looking at the real thing here. I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, if you said there was going to be a game this good that recreate everything about banger racing, whether it be the tin, the paint jobs, the crashing, even the physics are fantastic. The way the cars are flying up in the air, that's exactly what we want. Oh, look at a little love tap there from Smokey on Bam. We'll let him wear with that. I'm sure Bam's car is literally going to be the carrier bag at the end of this one. But we're lining up now. You can feel the tension in the air, or can you, Jordan? You're just waiting for a crash. Are you waiting for a race, or are you waiting for a crash? Or a bit of both?
I'm waiting for a bit of both. I think, we see it earlier on. I think Viking and Jack Bunyan certainly quite a magnet attracts them two together. They've had some great races so far tonight and throughout the series so far. But Gedney as well is in there or thereabouts. Yeah, it'll be interesting, but you can see just going up through the middle of these cars now. It's great to see, a full grid of Granadas. Because of my younger age, I probably missed the heyday in which these cars were used. But, growing up over Arena Essex, which was my local track, I certainly saw these cars being used to their full potential, certainly at the old PRI World Final meetings, before it became Mondeo dominated. So, it's just, as you said, Ed, it's great to see.
Well, for such a long time, the Granada was the default national banger, but it looks like we've a great formed here. Look, there's Dippy right at the back. I'm sure he doesn't mind being at the back, does he? Along with his good friend Dalton Steele.
As we had a Dippy on the podcast on Thursday, and he said that he'd be going for a crash. So, seeing him line up on the back of the grid is certainly not something unexpected, shall we say.
Yep.
Yeah, he's certainly been involved in the action so far.
Like we're just on the starters' orders here. We've half a rolling lap when they get roughly to the other side of the track that they're on now. We will be ready to go. James Keane himself is ready for a own lap. Is he marching or is he driving? Away we go. Jordan, I'm not even sure how to read this one. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen, but I'm looking forward to see how it all pans out. We're getting ready to go here. Jordan, take it away.
Thank you, Ed. Here we go. Paged virtual banger racing at Ringwood Raceway, all Mark 1 and Mark 2 Granada National Banger Racing. And we're green. Jack Bunyan leads the field away from pole position. Viking moves his way up to 5th, Jeffrey in 6th. Josie there gets a great start. He's up 7th as Marshall Keno goes for a spin on turns 3 and 4. Chris Smith and Viking getting caught up there as Kieran McIver and Dippy Gedney amongst others also getting caught up there.
James Keane plows in there. Look, there's Dippy. He's taken to the infield. He'll unlap himself, I think. But early lead, Jack Bunyan. We've lost the feed there very briefly. Yeah, Bunny Jr. still in the lead. He's looking for payback. There we go. Gary Webb, 2nd place. 3rd place, Brent Shaw, the Viking. 4th, Crispy. 5th place, Freddie Lacen again. And 6th place is Matt Josie, along with the Dark Horse, Kieran McIver in 7th place. Bam in 8th. Jethro in 9th. Ben Nichols 10th. Early on. Jordan.
Jack Bunyan leads the way early on in this one. It seems like they're all wanting to go for this race win. Gary Webler in 2nd position. Viking Brenshaw 3rd. Crispy, Chris Smith in 4th. Frederick Linsden in 5th. He started on the outside of the front race. He was moved back a few positions within the first 5 laps of this one. Obviously, the 5 laps is really where you want to try and just survive and not get taken out early doors. And it seems Frederick has done that quite well. He's now down 6th position.
He's pushing on anyway.
It's been the second half of the finals that have really seen the most action so far. I think as Dalton still goes for a spin there, courtesy of, I think, race leader Jack Bunyan. Dippy goes onto the centre there. A Shady Goff. Who's he looking for? Oh no, he's started to turn back around and go the right way. That makes a change for Shady.
Well, this is kind of a traditional meeting, really. The final is the race, and looks like having a good race so far. Brent Shaw now in the lead, but he's right beside Jack Bunyan along with Gary Webb. The three are more or less together. Oh, we got an early track pockets like Kieran McIver has been taken out of it, along with who was that in the middle of it? It's our very own Matt Josie. Jethro's been split out as well.
Edney also getting involved in it as well. Massive hit there by Leadfoot on Smokey Allen Webb. Stu Davis goes in. Right, here we go. Here's where the action really kicks up a notch. Boonale, he's going well in this one so far. He's in 6th position.
5 people
very well. Dalton still goes in after his spin earlier on. He's still running well.
Yeah, the top three are more or less together. Obviously, anyone who dives to the inside is going to lose a lap. So basically, the top three are more or less stuck together for this one. Here to come around again is Brent Shaw, Bunny Jr. He's a slight gap now. Oh no, we've a back marker in the middle. That's Stu Davies there. So Brent Shaw is a reasonable lead so far. He's about a 10-car gap ahead of Jack Bunyan, but Gary Webb right behind them in 3rd place. Dippy there lap down. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Freddie Layson crawling his way back up to 5th again. Kieran McIver in 6th place. So it's not quite over yet. We're coming up to the halfway point now. But yeah, we actually do a proper race now here. Just as I say it on the pit bench, Jethro and Bunny, he's gone in too. He's obviously going to extend his lead now. Brent Shaw's coming around again. Is that Bunny in the wall, or am I getting confused here?
In the wall, I think here's Smokey Allen Webb. He got spun into the wall, yeah. And I think he's actually retired from the race. A bad duck there from Smokey Allen Webb. He performed very well in the heat races. I think he actually... he didn't take a heat win. Sorry, that was a 6-2-2 Gary Webb that took the heat win. He's still going through. He's actually in 3rd position currently. But it is still Viking. 162 Brent Shaw leads the way. Also, 2-4 Jack Bunyan there as Dippy spins out. 5-8 Jeff Ryan Hunt. Can Viking take his 2nd final win?
See what he does. Again, it's not quite over yet. Getting a bit more sideways now at the moment. I'll see a few more dented cars now, so there's a bit of contact going on. There's the gap now. Bunny Jr. is after closing right in now on the Viking. James Keane off the 20.
Nichols goes in on James Keane.
Okay, McIver there now. He's zooming right in on Frederick Layson. Ben Nichols doesn't want to win, Mr. Entertainer. Who would blame him? And Jethro's in reverse. What to do, Bunny? We've a blockage. Oh, look at that Brent Shaw. Jack Bunyan takes the lead.
Jack Bunyan's also get taken out. Who's going to come through in the lead? This is Frederick Linston. Well, I said keeping out of trouble early on could be beneficial later in the race, and it certainly proved that way as we are going into the final 10 laps of this one. Is Frederick Linston that leads the way there.
But he's Kieran McIver right behind him. He's going up the inside now. Might be a change of lead here in the back straight. But look, there's the previous three. Brent Shaw and Jack Bunyan aren't too far away either. So let's see now if it's Freddie and Motorhead's turn to get caught out. It'll be the previous two guys going to take up the running here. Freddie Lace is going to cross the line again. He's got 10 laps to go. 10 very long laps, 10 very difficult laps. Looks like he lost Kieran McIver. Oh, he's caught himself against the inner banking. But look at that now. Jack Bunyan moving back in. Oh, bam. Dave Spooner's in 3rd place. There's definitely something not right here. Brent Shaw getting caught up there. Buddy James. Let's see the Viking down to 4th now. Kieran McIver in 5th. There's still a lot, not an awful lot in it here. Here he comes down again. Buddy James. Oh, let's see. He gets going again. Nice shot there by Buddy though, trying to ruin things a little bit. I think Buddy's just basically gone around the corner, around circles in that corner. Oh, Jack Bunyan dodges him. Nice shot there by Jack, and he gets James Keane instead. Jordan, what do you think? It's as we predicted, obviously.
Yeah, it is as we predicted. But here we go. Oh, Freddie! He's wised up to it now. He knew if he kept it tight, that Buddy wouldn't be able to get him. This is what I said earlier on. Freddie, I think, seems to have that bit of almost an older head on his shoulders. He knows where cars are around him and he knows where the opposition are to take him out. Here he comes again. As Uncle Buddy James now instead goes for 59 Leadfoot, Stephen Bolton instead. Jack Bunyan still in 2nd position though. It is Gary Webb moving up to 3rd. He's overtook 8-11 Kieran McIver. So there's a great battle coming through there for the final podium spot. Here they come now. And still they're just pulling out in front of him. Gedney there is on the middle. I wonder who's he looking for.
Oh, Jetro's clashing with Frederick there. He's actually got a fairly cool. Oh, he doesn't actually. Buddy Jr. is right beside him. This one's literally going to go to the wire now. They're nearly half a lap ahead of third place. It's Brenshaw, the Viking, most left of that fairly white coloured mark on Granada. Freddie's still in the lead. Bunny Jr. is second, the Viking third, Gaz in fourth, Motorhead in fifth. Again, we're not much longer to go now. Looks like he's on his final lap. He's got past Buddy James, who wants to take him out. Dave Van Spooner, he's completely lost and he's in sixth place. He wasn't third at one stage. We're on board for the final. Oh!
Freddie gets caught up. Yeah. John Mitchell goes in on the nose.
Jack Bunyan takes the lead.
Still there. Jack Bunyan is in the lead, but he's now turned it round.
He's second
Gary
place.
Webb comes through. Has Gary Webb a particular win? I think he might have done. Not quite sure what that one.
No, he has.
Gary Webb takes the race win. The lap counter there just. Oh, it said we were on the final lap, and it said we're on lap 16, but I can confirm that it's 6:22. Gary Webb that takes the race win. Hard luck for Freddie there. Ed back again. He can't get any luck in these finals, can he?
But that was an excellent. I mean, that was as exciting as the real final back in the day. I mean, it obviously didn't. It didn't last. Dave Banfield getting one back there, because John Bracknell there absolutely destroyed back on Granada. But yeah, that was. I mean, Gary Webb. He started in the front. He, took full advantage. He got knocked back a little bit, but he kept going. Obviously, we were talking about strategy earlier on. The strategy for these one, if you want to win, do your very best. If you don't want to win, don't win. So Buddy James, obviously in the latter camp there. Yeah, Freddie Lyson, he tried extremely hard. That was an extremely valiant effort by him there. So hopefully we see him race again. He's going to want to try and basically chalk up a final win. But yeah, there's the final result there. First place, Gary Webb. Second place, Frederick Lyson. Third place, Jack Bunyan. Fourth, Brent Shaw. Fifth, Kieran McIver. Then sixth place, Dave Spooner. Seventh, Dan Woods. Eighth, Ben Nichols. Ninth, our very own James Keane. And 10th, the 2016 winner of the actual Ringwood All Mark 1 and Mark 2 Granadas. It was Jetro. Jordan.
Oh, I said we won't know the race winner until the very last lap, and you were right. It was indeed the very last corner. It was actually on the home stretch there. Everything just kicked off. John Bricknell going in on the nose on Frederick. Jack Bunyan took the lead, but Len got spun out into the Armco, and that left 6:22 Gary Webb to come up through the middle and take the double checkered flag and win the All Granada Grand Final. Absolutely awesome stuff there from everyone. It was actually, in fairness of the drivers, they all actually went for a race there, didn't they, Ed?
We actually did have a race for the first little bit, a little bit like the old Firecracker finals. Everyone's like, right, I'm not going to win, I'm going to make it more interesting. Buddy James there being the man, and definitely in that camp, he tried on various occasions to directly affect the results, and he nearly did too. A bit like for people jumping in here to shout and things. Well, we just keep going, keep the pedal to the metal, as they say, keep talking, keep the foot down, keep racing. That's what's important, really. Yeah, we're going back to 15 laps now for the first of two all-comers races. So basically, any scalps that haven't been claimed yet are going to be claimed now. Obviously, anyone who didn't feel they did enough crashing in the heats is going to do enough crashing now in these two all-comers races. Any predictions now? Are we going to see a mystery and shocking surprise winner, Jordan?
I think if the all-comers are the same as our previous two meetings, it's going to be absolutely carnage. Who knows? Could Mr. Matt Josie, Jack and Jr., level with James and get a race win in either of these two all-comer races? That would certainly be interesting if he could. But yeah, I think after that final, it will be everyone will let their hair down a little bit and for the massive Facebook cover photo jacking shot.
I think so too. Okay, my what's the word? Wild card is on Bam. I think Bam has done enough crashing for tonight. He wants to win, or have I completely lost my mind?
I think you're right. I think Bam Dave Spoon has done very well tonight. I think he's he got really involved in the action. But since then he's shown how good of a driver he actually is, and he could be a very good shout for a wildcard spot in this one. I don't know who I'm going to go for, but there won't be long to find out. Back to 15 laps. Here we go. All comers, number one.
These area doors with Ben Nichols. A Dippy in third place down. Frederick Layston forward. Bunny behind. Nice big pile up there in the background. Jack and Josie absolutely very shady. Goff into the wall there. Keno. A bit of retribution as they come around the game with the first lap. It's Ben Nichols in the lead. Smokey in second place. Jethro third. Fred Layston fourth. Dippy fifth. Oh, look at that ban getting wiped off the wall there by Motorhead. Looks like Matt Josie's got Brett Edney again. Now little Stephen McGrath in the distance. Let's see who he does. Who's gone for a roll there? It's Gaza. It's the final. They obviously don't like the fact that he won. Look at that Brett shot off the middle of the wall. It was that brought him in. I think that was Smokey that put him in through hard there. Kieran McGurvey trying to sweep up a lead again. It's Stephen McGrath. Oh, look at that. He drove straight past Brent Shaw. There's something wrong here, Steve. You went straight past your bromance. What's going on here? We're taking it in the middle now. Our camera car is getting smashed around place for Bunny Jr. Crispy's gone reverse again. He could have gone back. Oh, look at that! The Gaza scrambling again. Matt Josie there. He's clocking up the laps here. What's going on, Matt? You know, we've jinxed you enough times. You're doing well. What is happening here? Oh, look at that! Brent Shaw's coming up behind little Stephen McGrath. Let's keep an eye on that one. Bam is destroyed. I was right again, Jordan. What can we say?
Yeah, certainly. Commentator's curse working very well there. Bam Dave Spinner getting taken out. Jeff Allen Hunt there also getting caught up with Dippy and Jack Bunyan. Steve-O goes in. Does Stu Davis? What a shot there going in on Steve-O. Steve-O ended one of the heat races earlier, well wrecked. He sent us a photo on the group chat. Absolutely mangled Granada Mark II estate there. Obviously a replica of the car he used for the Unlimited National Banger World Final at Ipswich in October. As Viking Brent Shaw goes in there as well. And I believe Jack Bunyan's dead car. And Nichols going through as well. Beautiful. Oversteer controlled there. Stephen McGrath goes in on Leadfoot, Stephen Bolton.
Battle of the Steve-Os, or the Steves. Let's see what happens now. Looks like Bam's out of it. Unfortunately, all cars be a carrier bag there. Let me see. Is that Matt Josie in the lead, or are we completely cursed him? Out of the game. Oh, it's Ben Nichols in the lead. Looks like
Tell you what, if Ben Nichols
Jack
is
can do
winning
this
the race,
second place. What's going on here? Seriously. Come on, guys, take care of this first. We can't have Matt
Ben Nichols is winning a race. It must be opposite day because Ben, as we all know, is a great entertainer and a great crasher on this game. Could he take a race win here in All Comers number one? I know me and Ed said just before this race that the All Comers races in the past have provided us with a few card winners. Could we be on for another one here tonight as Smokey Allen Webb gets parked on the wall by 622 Gaza, but Smokey actually drives out of it. I don't know if that's a bit of lag or he actually did it himself. Either way, that looks very cool. Is Ben Nichols leading the way?
Oh, look at that beautiful bit of sideways driving there. I think Jethro's doing the same when we see him be around by our position any second now. Is the beauty of the Granada. Lovely handling car, even though they've been bashed a bit and jacked and snapped on. They still hand. There's Jethro. Look at that, fantastic. Dippy right behind him. Anyone watching Dippy's on camera feed now, you'll be getting a grandstand view of that one. But Ben Nichols still in the lead. What is happening? And Matt Josie in second place. But looks like the three of them are together. Looks like see Kieran McGurvey having a good go at the back of Matt Josie there. Let's see what happens. They're coming out the gown. John Nichols on up. Bloody proper. Jethro bashing off the pair of them. And Matt Josie's in the lead. For how long? Not very long, we hope. Oh, look at that. Dippy up in the air. Wow. What a shot there. Look at Brent Shaw ploughing his way through as well. And Frederick Layston is ploughing on top of the Viking. And who's gone on top? It's Brett Gedney there. Like I said, it didn't take long and it has. But Matt Josie's in the lead. There's something not right here. Come on, my banger brethren. Take care of him, guys, will you? Come on, we paid y'all 50p each tonight instead of one of yous. What's going on?
Is Jack and Junior in the lead? He's got about half a straight lead. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's got even more of a lead now. As Shady Goff winning on 811 Kumakaiva. I don't know what happened to our race leader earlier on. He got taken out some along the way. But Dippy, Danny Potts is in third position now. Oh, no, he isn't anymore. Frederick takes that. And opposite there. It looks like there's a lot of action by the pit gate there. Stephen McGrath looks like he's got absolutely jacked a treat. Patrick Lyston's in there now, but it is Kieran McIver in the lead of the race as John Bricknell goes head on with Jeffrey Allen Hunt.
Oh, look at that, Frederick Layston. Is that Smokey? It is. Dalton still there.
Goes on Smokey, yeah. Buddy James comes through as well. He kicks a tyre out the way. Eddie Goff also on opposite. Who's he looking for? Oh, he's gone head on with 811 Kieran McIver, but Kieran did come through to take the flag and win All Comers number one. That's his first race win of the night. Like I said earlier, he hasn't had it all his own way. He's just shown that he is still more than capable of taking a race win. He had to fight hard for that. He had a great battle with Jack and Junior Rosie early on in the race for second position, and he was in the right place at the right time.
Jordan, stop the lights. Look at the podium for this one. We're going to have 2 cage guys on the victory lap. There's something not right here. And Dippy got 4th. I mean, the Banger Racing clouds are not aligning well on this one at all.
No, that's a great spot, Ed. I didn't even notice our very own Marshall Keno coming through in 3rd. I knew Dippy was up there in the race, as he again was having a great battle with Matt as well earlier on. But yeah, I think Dippy just giving a nice little hello to Jack and Junior there by giving him a head on the nose. That was another lively race.
I think so too. So there's the results. 1st place, Kieran McIver. 2nd place, Matt Josie. 3rd place, James Keane. 4th place, unusual for him, Dalton Steen. 5th place, Dippy from Northern Bangers. More of the same, Jordan?
Yeah, more of the same. I think this is our final race of the night before we head into the Destruction Derby. So it's the last chance to get a race win. So it'll be interesting to see if drivers want to go for the race win or if they want to go for the crash. But yeah.
This is basically the last chance to do a few laps now. I'm not really sure who's going to win this one either. I think, you see, if I said driver X was going to do well this time, he won't. So I really don't know. I think we're just going to take this one as it comes for a change. What do you reckon, Jordan?
I think, making predictions is always quite a ballsy thing to do. Yeah, I'm not going to say any names for this one. I'm just going to... Whoever wins the race is who I predict in my mind that will win. I'll just say that.
Okay, it looks like there's a bit of check on the pitch here. I think a few guys are looking for a jack and train, but let's see. Dippy was given a black cross on that for some reason. We're just waiting to hear back from race control as to why. But we're getting ready for all comers too now. More of the same, please, guys. Oh, there's a bit of an infield attack in there between Cage and Northern Bangers. Let's see what happens now. It's all comers too.
We go then. The last chance for some glory in racing tonight is a big push going in there on the pit bend. As John Bricknell gets put up on 2 wheels by Crispy in 214. Tivo led for Bolt, and he also goes in there to the Formula 1 Limited National Banger World Champion. A big push going in there, coming into turn number 3. He gets pushed out wide by Jeffrey Island Hunt. Barney Jr. gets put in there by 99 Bam. Dave Spooner. Ledford spins out Crispy in 214.
Bought me ticket. Oh, Steve O'Granadas destroyed by Smokey. Oh, look at that, Nichols coming in now. Here we go. This is what we were waiting for. It's happened. Look at Steve O'Granadas' car. He got caged up. Brett Shaw gets destroyed. Stephen Bolton flies in. Bam as well. Oh, what a shot. Here we go. Do we have track blockage? Yes? No? We'll see what happens here. The track is clean itself.
Tell you what, we need to get a marshal to check on Steve-O after
look at Buddy
absolutely monumental, absolutely crazy stuff there. Fair play to Steve-O. He's given a thumbs up to the marshal. He's absolutely fine. Oh, look, Rob Porter once said that
how did Buddy James end up there?
All Granada meeting that the safest place is often inside the car, and that's exactly what Steve-O's doing. He doesn't care how mangled the car is. Hopefully Buddy James can get back into it, but it looks like he's beached on the banking there just behind Armco, and I think he's in such a position that even if a car were to go up to the Armco in that position, not to make contact with him. I don't know who the race leader is in the early stages of this one.
I don't care. We'll find out in a second.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Sideways himself. Jetro's in an early lead with Kieran McIver in second. Matt Josie in third. I don't know. Stephen Neville Bolton fourth, and then we've a change for fourth position. Stand still into fourth. There's a bit of a scrap going on, but yeah, let's see if anyone can dislodge Buddy James from his position there on the Armco. I didn't even see who he got up there. Oh, look at that! Jetro completely buries that Dippy and James Keane into the bank, and bam, destroys James Keane. As Ben Nichols there goes through along with Frederick Gleeson. Kieran McIver there in hot pursuit of Jetro. Jetro's in front. Oh, look at that! He's straight in on the pit bend. Who was that? Was that it? Alan Webb there in the limousine. What a shot!
Brett Gidney going in there as well, I think, in 7.86. Absolutely great shot by him. It is Jeffrey Allen Hunt leading the way. Kieran McIver in second, Jack and Jr., Matt Josie in third, 59 Ledford, Stephen Bolton in fourth. See, it's all kicking off here on turns 1 and 2 as well. Dalton still goes on opposite. Actually, that's Ben Nichols, going on opposite. And Jack in 99, Bam Dave Spooner, Viking. Renshaw goes in on Steve-O. Ben Nichols goes in and T-Bones. Viking as Crispy gets followed in there by 59 Ledford, Stephen Bolton. Lemter have had a great rivalry in this race so far. Several bells out of each other, I think. As if he's desperately trying to get back into this, but Ed, it looks like this is Jeffro's race.
Not actually, because Kieran McIver is in the lead. Oh, Matt Josie's in the lead. Is it going to be a habit of winning all comers 2 races for the Cage boys? A little bit to go yet. We can't even see Matt Josie at the moment. We've lost. Cameron Field has lost him because Jethro's in top pursuit of him. Kieran McIver now takes the lead. So those two running close together. They'll be coming around now in a minute. We'll get to see them. There's Matt Josie. And he's in the lead again. We won't speak about that. But there's Kieran McIver getting very close. There he goes through. Oh, there's been a change for lead. It's Kieran McIver now ahead of Matt Josie with Jethro in third place, Crispy in fourth. Look at that. What a shot by Ben Nichols there on John Bricknell. Let's see what happens now. Oh, he's gone completely crazy for this stage. That's really what we want, really, isn't it, on the main man for going the wrong way. Stephen Bolton and Kieran McIver gets almost taken out by there. Stephen Bolton bearing the brunt of all this. Oh, Jethro swings out of the way. Oh, he's put himself into the wall and he gets collected hard there by Dan Steele. Let's see what happens there now. Oh, yeah, Frederick Lacing going completely wrecking now. There's no chance of winning for him. He's going to have a crash in session. There's Matt Josie squeaking his way through again. He's in the lead again. Kieran McIver is not too far behind him. But with the amount of people going up, Matt Josie's actually going to do a fairly brave effort now to hold on to this one. He's approaching halfway. Oh, and he throws it away. He's on break, nobody bounces back. He's won.
And Matt Josie.
Oh, Stuart and Corey, that didn't happen. I didn't see this happening. Seriously.
Hey, what? We need them 50p's back, Ed, that we gave everyone.
Yeah, I'm in disbelief here. That didn't happen here. I'm dreaming. Someone pinched me or slapped me or something. I'm dreaming. That has not happened. I predicted a win and it happened. So I need to stop predicting winners.
That's actually happened, and just what a great celebratory shot that was by Matt on John Bicknell as well there. It all kicked off towards the end as it happened as well. Kieran McIver was also involved. Chris Smith as well there. By the rivalry he had with 59 at Stephen Bolton, it looks like he's come home in third position there. Well, the last chance for glory certainly wasn't meant to be for some. Ed, can you just have a look at Steve-O's car there? That's absolutely demolished. Look at that. Look at the state of that estate.
Property caged. But yeah, we have a result. In first place, Matt Josie. Second place, Kieran McIver. Third place, Crispy Kiss Smith. Fourth place, Dan Steele. And fifth, for some strange reason again, he was one who didn't want to win the last time, but he James rounding out the top 10, Stephen Bolton, Alan Jethro Hunt, Frederick Lacing, again Bam Spooner. I didn't actually see who got 10th place there, Jordan, but yeah, that was enough racing there for today. And fairly lively all-comers as well. Obviously, that's what we're looking for. But yeah, Matt Josie won tonight, and James Keane won 2 weeks ago. So I'm not really going to call all-comers to the caged crew race that can be won by a member of the caged crew, can I?
Not without someone calling a fix.
Yeah.
No, in fairness, absolutely brilliant drive there from Matt. He did very well to hold off 8-11 Kieran McIver. Great battle between them two lads, and now we just have the DD.
Just Buxton Derby. Last car moving wins. Obviously, infield shots are a little bit against the rules, so anyone attacking from the infield probably will get a black cross. To stay on track, obviously, contacts no blocking either, no backing out of a hit. We're all there to kill each other's cars now. Everyone has a fresh straight car for this one. Fortunately, you've lost one or two. Obviously, connection issues there. But hedging your bets for this one now, Jordan, is just a case of last man standing, and whoever it may be.
I think we've said it time and time before about the DDs. It is a case of last man running, and also a case of staying out of trouble early on. I think you've got to be strategic in these events. You can't go in with a massive shot early on, which completely ruins your car. Be in it right at the last knockings with a car that's still more than enough to get you to the end to take out other cars. So it's going to be interesting. But at a track like Ringwood, where the cars pick up speed, you've got to expect some massive hits.
I think so too. Matt Josie obviously waving to the crowd there as he's lowered down from his throne made of bamboo sticks that he's been carried around on at the moment. He's not going to live this one now, Jordan. He's going to change his name by deed poll like James did too. But it's DD time. Last man standing. Let's get it on.
Here we go then. Final race action of the night here at the virtual Ringwood Raceway. All Granada, Banger Racing, the Destruction Derby. Here we go. Dan still gets taken at early doors by Jeffro. Buddy James also gets hit. Stephen McGrath's in there as well. Buddy James is actually on his side. Brett Gedney goes through. James Keane, Dalton Still, Ben Nichols, Jack and Jr. They're all involved. Absolutely everyone early doors. I look at Ben Nichols there. His car's already looks like it's got T-boned and acting all sorts.
It's a pile up on the pit bend. Oh, it's the pit bend, it's the far bend. I'm not sure what the track is out in Ringwood. But yeah, Ben Nichols looks like someone stood on his car, so it's been sliding along the side for a bit there. I think we're looking for a jack and train here. A few drivers said they want to try and get one together, recreate the real thing. On board there, Buddy James, who's staying on the track this time. I'm sure he'll want to make up from what he did in the last race. We didn't get very far at all. Is he going to turn around? Let's see. Oh, he's someone turning around already. Stephen Bolton's gone the wrong way. He's been chased by Chris Smith in a big bang. Oh, look at that. He's got him. He's got his man. Looks like Brett Gedney again and Stephen Bolton are squabbling, shall we say. Look at Ben Nichols destroyed.
Stephen Bolton goes on the attack again. He meets Buddy James and those. Webb goes in on Stephen McGrath there. Smokey Allen Webb, hopefully he can get off like any Armco, and he has done. Brilliant driving there from Smokey Allen Webb. Don't know how he got up there in the first place. Ben Nichols is an opposite. He goes in on Bedford Stephen Bolton, who then tags 162 Viking Brent Shaw.
Oh,
Devo gets T-boned massively by Leadfoot Stephen Bolton.
Oh, here we go, here it comes.
Bananas.
Oh, Stephen McGrath's backed off. There's he got the shot. He's going in on gas. Oh, James Keane completely misses a shot there on final winner Gary Webb. Ben Nichols still going. Oh, look at that. Who's that going in there? That was Bam, living up to his nickname. And he's got our guy, Matt Josie, as well. Kieran McIver sliding in backwards. Jethro's still going in this one. Stephen McGrath again with a very batch car. Oh, it's Dippy. He was ramped off the shot at Gary Webb up in the air. Who's that up and again? Stephen McGrath. Almost going into the crowd there with some shot. Like you were saying, Jordan, the speed is there.
What a shot by Brett Gedney there. Yeah, certainly. The speed was there, and that's exactly what Brett used to his advantage. Great jacking there on the Irishman, Steve-O. See Freddie Levin's on opposite. He gets tagged there by James and also Alan Webb, Smokey there as well. If you guys on the centre look at Ben Nichols. What a shot by Buddy James going in on Steve-O. Ed, Steve-O's been absolutely mullered in each and every race tonight, ain't he?
No. He's Sarah. What difference does it make? Absolutely destroyed Alan Webb. He take him out by this stage. Brett Gedney using the limousine again. Oh, looks like the magnetic corners here again. Kieran McCurr was trying to hold on this when he steers his way through. Nothing to hit really. But Jethro's still going. Let's see what happens. Bam is still going on with Buddy James. This thing, you get him some nice little monologue and a massive hit comes in. James Keane there still going as well. Looks like we've lost a few. We've a pit pile of foreign in the pit band, Jordan.
Yeah, certainly over on turn 2. Massive pile up. See Viking Brent Shaw's involved. So too number 2 John Bricknell. 6-2-2 Gary Webb there as well. 82 Smokey comes through. A few cars on the centre there. 786 Brett Gedney. I don't know if he's looking for his next victim. Massive shot there. Leadfoot Stephen Bolton goes in on the final one of Gary Webb. 29 Jack and Jr. Matt Josie also involved, as is Bunny Jr. Buddy James gets hit by 811 Motorhead. Kieran McIver. James there. He's still in it looking for his next victim. Jeffro also still there running. Marshall Keno goes in on Jack Bunyan. Still gets spun out of contention by Dan Still. Lennon Ten gets spun out by Frederick Linston.
Oh, we're taking the
Massive shot there by Buddy James. Actually pointing Dan Still over like end of Armco there. Great shot. What a shot! James King goes in on his caged brother Matt Josie and absolutely finishes him off. That was similar to Ross McCangus and on Andrew Davis at the 2003 Mark Polo Bowden Memorial at Arena West. What a head on there by James King. We'll be raving about that in the group chat later.
I don't think we will. We might have a fight in the group chat. We might keep them apart, but mostly we'll be speaking to either. Oh, should we speak to Matt actually? 'Cause, yeah, just to see what a man of glory actually sounds like. We're Bam at the moment. He's waiting. Who's he looking for? Everyone's still going this day. There was still a few cars still going well, still going healthy because it could all change at the last second. Gary Webb there, final winner. He's trying to chase down Ben Nichols. It takes dive. Oh no, that's Dalton Still. Apologies. There's Ben Nichols' car there, destroyed. But Gary Webb, he missed a nice shot there. Who's he waiting for? He's just waiting to see if anybody's left going. Let's see what happens. It's Jethro. Will he get him? No. Goes. Oh, bam! Going completely the wrong way. Well, yeah, it's the DD. They're allowed to do such things. Up on board now, Frederick Lacey's chasing out of Kieran McIver now. Let's see if he can get a little bit of glory from the past. He's not going to. He can't catch him, I don't think. Unfortunately, a few more drivers have expired. The car's now lit in the track. Kieran McIver. Who was that he's done head on there? Was that Bunny? Oh, look at that. What a shot there with Fred Lacey. Still going. What's left of his car anyway. And we're back with Kieran McIver. Fairly well straight. You can't say anything really. It's Gary Webb doing this time. What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, certainly. I think we're into the last few knockings of this one now. Some absolutely brutal carnage there. Gedney's also is. Oh, what a shot! Buddy James goes in, meets him on the nose. Not much left of Buddy's front end there. He's used that well tonight. You said he's making up for getting stuck on that Armco in the final. Still, look at that. Still involved.
Damaged physics that the game offers. So you literally have half your rear end ripped out and you're still going. A front of Brett Gedney's limousine absolutely destroyed. But yeah, look at it. Meet Buddy James on the nose. What a shot. He might have just finished off Buddy there. Oh, is that gone there? Was that Gazza gone from behind? That Jethro's still going. And given the amount of damage in Jethro's car, he's obviously putting a bit of effort in. He's using his brain on this one. He's pretty good at winning the LDDs as Jethro. Moving around again. Any thoughts who's going to take this one out, given the few cars we've left, Jordan?
I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm actually lost for words at the action we've seen so far here tonight. Absolutely beautiful when it continues. Kieran McIver meets Gary Webb on the nose. Jethro goes in on Kieran McIver. They're both involved there.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think Stephen McGrath has been the self-appointed best wrecked of the night. I think every race he's carried away a completely destroyed car. But we're down to the last few now. We've Dan Steele, we've Kieran McIver, we've Alan Jethro Hunt. Who's your money on, Jordan? Oh, look at that. Jethro takes himself out by hitting a dead car. He's not going to win this DD. Looks like we're down to the final three. Looks like Gary Webb, Kieran McIver. He's chasing after Dan Steele here.
I'm going to go for Gary Webb. I think his car looked in the best nick out of the three we've got so far. Dan still looks like he's taking most of the brunt on the rear, and that looks like it's going to continue there. To be fair, Gary did very well. He was going to hit the dead car of Dippy Danny Potts, but he steered out like well. He just flicks out. 961 Dan still. Motorhead, Kieran McIver comes through. What's he going to do? Oh, I thought he was going to go on the nose there. Kieran's going the wrong way round while the two others go the right way round the track. All they meet each other head on. Oh, Gary Webb stops in his tracks, gets T-banned. I think he was aiming to hide behind the Frederick Liston car, which actually disappeared. And Gary Webb has indeed finished off. Well, there's my guess out of the way. Kieran McIver stops him in his tracks.
Yeah, looks 5-2 now. Kieran McIver versus Dan Steele. It's going to end in a big one, I think. Here it comes. Oh!
What a shot! What a way to finish a DD. Absolutely amazing.
Yep, I ended a proper bang alright. The DD winner, last man standing, and certainly has put the car around. It's Dan Steele. Celebrates on a shot there. Well, yes, that's what I say, Jordan. This meeting was another that certainly lived up to his full expectations. Dan Steele did a few victory laps here. But yeah, that was an extremely entertaining hour and a half. We do apologise for the technical difficulties at the very start, and our few invaders does a victory roll. He's literally out of it.
Well done, Dan. That was absolutely brilliant. What a drive by you, mate. Great stuff.
Yep. So we want to see.
I wonder if Flat Mark II will be able to be used for the next meeting.
I don't know, but we'll see. So, any entertainers of the evening, or was anyone in particular sticking out, or was just everyone just going for it?
One. I think it's unfair to give a name. I think all of our drivers have been absolutely superb in the build-up to the meeting, helping each other out. And when it comes to racing, absolutely destroying each other as well. Special mention to 388 Leadfoot Stephen McGrath, absolutely annihilated in that one tonight. His World Final Mark 2 certainly won't be going anywhere very soon.
So, James Keane joins us up in the commentary box, although we're looking for Matt Josie. And here he is himself. It's the winner of the second all-comers race. It's Matt Josie. How do you feel, Matt?
I'm over the moon. Can you hear me all right?
We can indeed, yeah. We've issued refunds tonight, Matt. Everyone had to get their 50p back, unfortunately. So,
yeah. Well, I was dead lucky because I was, first, second, third throughout that race. I thought it was going to be Kieran McIver that took the win, but that was until my old teammate from PVR, Crispy, took McIver out on turn one, I think it was. And of course, I had the old the fist out the window, so whenever the checkered the finish line. But yeah, it was a good race. Not as great feeling because obviously it's an all-comers, but it was still great nonetheless.
I think a win's a win, Matt. Obviously now you'll be referenced that for the rest of your life.
And me and Dippy, I have to say, me and Dippy had a great war tonight on track. We both got each other.
We did notice that.
Yeah, well, you didn't get it on the old live stream. Dippy was sort of on sort of almost halfway over the barrier, and I hit him and finished him off. But yeah, there's some good action tonight between us.
Well, the same about banger racing, Matt. There's always next time. So
yeah.
I think you might have something bigger and heavier for the next one. So what you have in your virtual pile for Mildenhall then? Have you decided yet?
Well, I've got two cars in mind. I've got something a bit more modern, or I've got in the yard. I've got something a bit. I think it's right and drive, but it's a yank type thing. So I might be going war wagon type powered, maybe, which is the Chevy Caprice Estate, which I'm considering.
Okay, fair enough. We also have the previous cage race winner. Sorry, James, you've been knocked off your perch a little bit there now. How was it?
Well, just after I won, I thought Matt probably be going for a race win tonight. So at least Matt can join me.
I think he's still signing autographs down in the pits just because Matt's took a little bit of his glory. Everyone still wants James.
The bugger killed me in the DD though.
I'll tell you what, that was an absolutely awesome head-on. And he meant it as well. Come all the way down the straight and was looking for you all the time, and absolutely awesome. And it didn't kill his car either.
No,
even though it killed yours.
It snapped me off a little bit on the front, but I got out with okay. That's the main thing.
Can you hear me all right, guys?
Yeah, James.
Hello, yeah, sorry, I didn't know if I was coming through. Yeah, no, I did aim for that one. I mean, to be fair, he didn't even put cage on his car, so he probably deserved it.
It didn't stand out as much, I suppose. It was in Jack and Junior's colours rather than cage colours.
No, it's fair enough. At least Matt can join me in the winners.
That's our race now, isn't it? All comers too.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, so we need to carry on.
Yeah,
there was a few other good races tonight I could have won, but I got taken out with a few laps to go, so that was the moment for me.
Sorry, Matt. That's what you call the book of racing driver excuses. I could have, I should have. It doesn't cut. It definitely just doesn't cut it with us. Jordan, does it?
I was going to say
we're still live, Matt.
We're still live. Okay.
So next thing, Matt's going to be aiming it on the car himself rather than the driver. What can we say, Matt? It's all about the driver, mate. It's all about that person sitting in the driver's seat that's controlling the metal around him.
Yeah, let's just say my head's getting a bit bigger tonight. I'm going to need a bigger helmet.
I thought you were going to win race 4.
I'll tell you what, you need a big helmet anyway. I've seen the size of your head in real life.
I've got a big nose as well.
But no, in all fairness, what a great drive that was in that all-comers. Very, very well done to you. And hopefully we'll have the same again at Mildenhall in a fortnight's time.
Yeah, I think I might go more for a crash on that one though. Shale racing's a bit harder than Wreckfest, so I think I might have to go for a crash at that one.
Yeah, well, you see, you've said it there now, Matt, and you might just do a clean sweep. So it's literally until you've crossed the finish line or literally got to the second corner on the third lap. You just genuinely don't know what's going to happen here now, do you?
No, you don't. It's pretty tense.
Okay. Well, pretty tense. Now that's one way of describing tonight's meeting. And I think we're just about finished here for this evening. Our thanks as always to Gary Baker of VBRL Virtual Banger Racing League. If you want to race in a few of his leagues, get online. I'm sure his website, and along with Dippy's website, Wreckfest Bangers, he'll certainly encourage you to race, and it'll make you realise how easy it can be and how much fun you can have during this lockdown, which looks like it's going on for another few months. But anyway, my best thanks to you to Jordan Hollins for some very exciting commentating. I thought I was bad. George certainly got worse. What do you think, Jordan? Happy enough?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was absolutely buzzing in some places tonight. Absolutely incredible action from everyone. A massive thank you to all the drivers once again for their efforts. A massive thank you to the skin painters. A massive thanks to Gary for his excellent camera work. Again, obviously check out VVRL Breakfast Banger League, and a massive thanks to you, Ed. Great pleasure once again, and thank you as well to everyone for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed it, and again, apologies for the early technical difficulties, but yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
That's all. We'll see everyone in 2 weeks. Thanks again for tuning in to round 3 of the Cage Virtual Banger Racing League. Next up in 2 weeks, it's Mildenhall. I've been Ed Fahey. Thank you very much, and have a very good evening.